इस इंटरव्यू को आप इस तरह से देखिए कि जैसे आपका इंटरव्यू हो रहा है और मैं डायरेक्टली आपसे क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहा हूँ। जब भी मैं कैंडिडेट से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछूं तो आप वीडियो को पॉज कर दीजिए और आप खुद से उसका आंसर देने की कोशिश करिए। जब आप ऐसा करेंगे तो आपकी बहुत ही अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस हो पाएगी और आप रियल इंटरव्यू में ज़्यादा अच्छे से परफॉर्म कर पाएंगे। इस पूरे इंटरव्यू के दौरान आप देखेंगे कि मैं फंडामेंटल्स पे बहुत ही ज़्यादा फोकस करता हूँ। जो वेब डेवलपमेंट के फंडामेंटल्स हैं उसमें मेनली है HTML, CSS, जावास्क्रिप्ट, और इन सब में से जावास्क्रिप्ट सबसे ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर आप जावास्क्रिप्ट बिगिनर टू एडवांस लेवल सीखना चाहते हैं तो उसके ऊपर मैंने कंप्लीट कोर्स बनाया है। वो कंप्लीटली फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट आपको मेरे ही यूट्यूब चैनल पे हिंदी में मिल जाएगा। उसके अंदर मैंने एकदम बिगिनर लेवल से एडवांस लेवल तक हर एक चीज़ कवर की है। और अगर आप पूरा का पूरा फ्रंट एंड ही सीखना चाहते हैं जिसके अंदर HTML, CSS, जावास्क्रिप्ट, रिएक्ट, गिट एंड गिटहब, टेलविंड, ये सारी चीज़ें अगर आप एक ही साथ में पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो आप हमारा द कंप्लीट फ्रंट एंड बूट कैंप वाला कोर्स फॉलो कर सकते हैं। इस पूरे फ्रंट एंड कोर्स की ड्यूरेशन है 148 आवर्स। इतना इन डेप्थ कोर्स आपको फ्री में तो क्या, आपको पेड में भी कहीं नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन मैं ये पूरा 148 आवर्स का कोर्स आपको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूँ। आपको इसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा। अगर आप फ्रंट एंड अच्छे से सीखना चाहते हैं, ढंग से सीखना चाहते हैं और इन डेप्थ सीखना चाहते हैं तो आप जरूर से जाके ये कोर्स चेकआउट करिए। अब चलिए इंटरव्यू को शुरू करते हैं। हाय अविनाश, हाउ आर यू?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good too. So first introduce about like yourself and then we'll move towards the interview.
So myself, Avinash Kumar. I have been working in InfoEdge for more than 2.5 years now. I've been working in the front-end team only. Uh, Throughout my journey, I have used HTML, CSS, React, JavaScript, basically,
Okay.
and the context API for the state management. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much about me.
Okay, so you have 4 years of experience in front end, right?
2.5,
Okay.
more than 2.5.
Okay, I thought I heard 4 years.
No, no.
Okay, 2.5 years.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So this interview we will categorize into three parts. First part will be some theoretical questions. I will ask you something, you have to explain it. Second round will be some output-based questions. I will send you some code snippets, JavaScript code snippets. You'll have to guess the output. Okay. Last round will be machine coding round where you will have to implement something. I will ask you to make something. You will have to implement it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's start. So in HTML, why do we use doc type?
Doc type to tell the browser that which version of HTML we are using.
Yeah, that's correct. And what is the use of head tag?
What is the use of
Head tag.
head tag?
Yes.
Uh, it basically includes all the meta tags, which are basically useful for the SEO, and also basically the title of the document, the web page that we are creating, and
Okay.
it can also include the external links
Hmm.
like our script files and CSS files.
Okay, that's good. So I have one question for you. Like in HTML, we link our JavaScript file.
Yeah.
So what is the better place to link it? Head tag or like in the body tag just before the closing body tag?
The better place would be just before the body closing body tag,
Okay.
because we don't know what is written inside that script. If it is like accessing the DOM elements,
Yeah.
and if we put it just before the body tag, like in the head tag, the DOM element won't be available there. So it better to put just before the closing body tag.
Okay. So if I ask you to not put in the body tag, put it in the header tag, like head tag, and I like the code is accessing DOM elements. Okay.
Yeah. We can do that with the attribute defer, which will
Yes.
be which tell the executor to hold the JavaScript file and execute after the DOM has been completed parsing.
Yeah, so you're saying if we add differ attribute in the like while linking in the script tag, it will wait for the DOM to be loaded, right? And then it will execute.
Yes.
So what is the difference if we add it below? If we add it below, then also when the HTML is passed and DOM is ready, then it will execute. If we add differ attribute, then also it will wait for the HTML to be ready and then it will execute. So what is the main difference?
The difference is like it will download the script file if it is an external source,
Yeah.
but it will parse only, execute only after the DOM is completed parsing with the defer tag.
Yeah, that's correct. So don't you think it is a better way so that it will be already downloaded by the time HTML is being passed?
Uh, kind of better way, yes.
Yeah. Yes. There is also one attribute, async attribute on the script tag we can give.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how it is different from differ?
Okay. Async attribute is like the downloading won't happen like just what we are like discussing about the defer tag. It will download and then parse later when the DOM is completed. Async tag will make the downloading later too.
Okay.
I guess so. I'm not confident about it, but I guess.
Okay. So in async tag, what will happen? If we add async tag,
Yes.
it will like if we just link in head tag,
Yes.
if we don't add anything, it will start downloading immediately. So if we
Yes.
don't add anything, it will start downloading immediately,
Yes.
and it will not parse the HTML if we don't add anything. It will
Yes.
not go and parse the HTML till script file is downloaded and
Yes.
executed.
Okay.
So it will wait for the JavaScript to be downloaded and executed, and then it will continue and parse the HTML. If we
Okay.
add differ keyword, we've already discussed, it will download, it will start downloading, but it will wait for the DOM to be ready to be
Ah,
parsed.
yes.
But if we add async keyword, what will happen? It will start the downloading and it will start the parsing also,
Okay.
but it will not wait for the HTML to be completely parsed.
Okay.
It will wait only for the downloading of the JavaScript file. So
Okay.
as soon as JavaScript file is downloaded and ready, it will start the execution. So in that time, maybe half of the HTML is passed.
Okay.
So it will,
Parallel
hmm,
parse HTML and download the
yeah,
JavaScript file.
yeah. So as the JavaScript file is ready, is downloaded, it will start the execution. It will pause, like when it will start the execution, it can do only one thing. So it will parse HTML. It will pause HTML parsing
Okay.
and start. Uh,
Execute.
yes, we can say that. And in this way, it is very unpredictable. Like half of the HTML documents will be accessible, half of the HTML documents may not be accessible. So it is very unpredictable thing. So we should not use that.
Okay.
If
Uh,
if
if we know like it won't be accessing the DOM, we can.
if we don't know, like if we know that it is not accessing DOM element, it is doing something else, then it is the best and fastest way to do things. So this is why it is available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now there is one question. What is like? Can we create any custom elements like your name is Avinash? So can we create an HTML anything like with any name? Is it possible?
I haven't created it.
Okay.
If I have to guess, I don't think so.
So you think it will be give error or something?
Uh, yeah, I guess so.
No, HTML and CSS never gives error. It just like CSS just ignores if something is not valid,
Yes.
but In HTML, you can create any tag name. You can create Avinash, you can create Anurag, you can create any tag name. It doesn't matter. So now the question is, uh, like, what will be the display value of the like randomly created element?
Yeah, I
Will
saw
it
it
be?
coming. I saw the question coming. The display type, like inline or block, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So will it be similar to span or div?
Uh, by default, all the elements are inline, right? So it should be inline.
Yeah, it will be inline. That's correct. And what is difference between inline and block?
Uh, the difference is the first difference is we cannot give width and height to the
Yes,
inline elements. We can give margin left and right, but we cannot give margin top and bottom to inline
yes,
elements.
yes.
For the block element, we can give width and height. Uh, every block element will start in the UI with the next line, whatever wherever it is placed, and it will take the width of its parent container by default if we are not giving any particular width to the block
Okay.
element.
Yeah, that's correct.
And inline element will be taking the width of how much it required to render the content.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. And what is like you told like we can give margin left and right, but we cannot give top and bottom, right?
Yes, yes.
What about padding?
Padding we can give to inline elements.
Okay, so normally if we give padding left and right, elements height increases and width increases. Like if we give left and right, then width will increase
Yeah, yeah,
and content will move left and right, right?
yes,
That
yes,
that box will move left and right based on the
yeah.
padding width. So what will happen in this case? Will it move left and right?
With the inline elements,
Yes, with the inline elements.
uh, the content width will increase, and yeah, the content will shift, I guess.
So left and right it will shift, right?
Yes.
And top and bottom, let's say we give only padding top 20 pixel. Will it shift down?
No, the content will be there, but the box height will be increased.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Now, what is display property of images?
Images are inline.
Okay, so on images we can give height and width, right?
Yeah, yeah. Images, we can give it height and width. Yes.
So how is it possible to give height and width on images?
Uh, I read somewhere like the content of the image tag or video tag, maybe
Hmm.
they are some like the content is provided by the external source, so
Yes.
they are treated differently in the browser.
Yeah.
So they are not. They doesn't behave like the inline elements 100%. So we can give height and width to it.
Yes, that's correct. So there are two categories of inline elements. Do you know those two categories?
No, I read somewhere like something replaceable. I don't remember right now.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. So two categories are like replaced inline elements
Okay.
and non-replaced inline elements.
Okay.
So replaced are those which come through some source like image, video, iframe.
Yes.
So on all these we can give height and width. And non-replaced means span tag, anchor tag, bold tag, italic tags. On those things we cannot give height and width. Okay, so can you explain me what is box model?
Okay. Box model is basically how the browser calculates the height and width of any element
Yes.
with including margin or border with the element height or width, or without including margin and border with element height width.
Hmm.
Basically, it has two property: the content box and border box. In by default, the content box is enabled, in which like the height and width would not contain the margin and border of any element. By border box, that will be included while calculating the height and width of that element.
Yes, that's correct. So, do you think like box model means all the elements are like box, rectangular box? Does it have something to this like
Acha,
box model?
why is it named so? Are you
Yeah,
asking?
yeah. So
I guess so. Yeah, all elements are
like rectangular things, right?
to be rectangular. Yeah.
Have you ever seen any element which does not have a rectangular shape, rectangular or square shape?
Uh,
L-shaped element, only one element, not two elements.
no, no, I
No.
haven't seen any.
No.
In my 2.5 year of experience, I did. So,
L-shaped element you have not seen, right?
we can create.
We can create just by modification something,
Yes, yes.
but if
I haven't.
we just give background color and it will come like L shape.
No, no, I haven't.
You have not seen like this?
No.
Okay, so let's say we have one span tag, okay,
Okay.
and a span tag is in such a way that we have put long paragraph which covers one line and half line, one and half line. And if you
Okay.
give it a background color, it will be like that, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
although we cannot say it is perfectly in line because there will be one gap,
Yeah.
but it is very weird shape. It does not follow
Rectangular. Yeah.
box like box model properly. So all inline elements like,
Yes.
is except replaced inline elements. Inline elements don't follow box model rule. So they do their own things.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now let's move to JavaScript.
Okay.
So what are different data types in JavaScript?
Data type primitive and non-primitive. In primitive, uh, integer, sorry, number, string, boolean. Non-primitive data types: array, functions, object, like these.
Okay. So have you used classes in JavaScript?
Uh, yeah, I have used it while making some small projects, but in like I am, yeah, working in the functional component basically in
Okay.
React, so
Okay.
not in practice, but yeah, I have used it.
Okay. So you are afraid of classes.
Uh, so, but
You're not that comfortable as functions, right?
yeah,
It's okay. So what is the type of like if we create some class, let's say user class or some class, any class, and if we check type of that class with type of operator, what
in
will be
JavaScript
type? Yeah, in JavaScript.
it will be object.
Okay. And if we check the type of a function,
Yes, it will be object too.
okay. If we check type of some array,
Array will be object too.
okay. You can start sharing your screen and we will check what it comes. Okay. Just open one VS Code file and we'll check what is.
Uh, Entire screen, I guess. Yeah. Is it visible to you? No.
Not yet.
Okay. Uh, it is saying me system references to, I don't know. Okay. Let me just see if I can. Why is it allow? Can choose to. It is saying you can choose to quit Chrome now or do it later.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it is Mac. I know it is all the drama. Yeah, so you can restart Chrome.
Okay.
You will
Okay.
you
I
will leave
have.
them. Yeah,
Yeah, I will. I have to leave the meet.
yeah, it's
Okay.
okay. You can rejoin.
Okay. Uh, I think it will let me share now.
Mm,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. So, yeah, this uh, is my screen visible?
Yes, yes, I can see your screen. You
Okay.
can you can zoom your VS Code.
Okay. Is it fine?
Yes, it is fine. You can zoom. 1 second, let me check. Can you zoom one step more, one more? Fine.
One more step. Okay.
Yeah. Close terminal and
Close.
close that file explorer also.
Okay.
So you can check. You can create one function and check its type.
Is it saying me function?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So type
Is it
of a function is function, but function is not a data type in JavaScript.
okay? Okay.
Still, type of function is function, and because function is behind the scenes is an object.
In JavaScript. Yeah.
Yeah. You can check for array. It like type of. You can just type in the console itself.
Okay.
Type of an empty array. So
It is object.
yeah, now you can create one class in JavaScript file and check its type. Zoom this also, the console also.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, now it is okay.
It is saying function too.
Yes. So
Okay.
class is behind the scenes is a function.
Okay.
Okay. So okay, let's come back to our JavaScript. Can you tell me what are promises?
Okay. Promises are basically special object in JavaScript,
Okay.
which represents the eventual completion of an asynchronous operation.
Okay.
It has three states in starting with the pending, and then later resolved or reject based on the operation that we performed asynchronously.
Yes, that's correct. So can you create a promise and resolve it when a button is clicked?
I have to create a promise and resolve it when a button is clicked.
A button on our HTML element is clicked.
Uh, can you repeat one more time?
Yeah, so you have to create a promise which will be pending by default,
Okay.
and I want you to create one button on the HTML, like on the page. When
Okay.
that button is clicked, that promise will be resolved. And if you are using await, then after await it will run. If you are using then then callback will run.
Okay.
That promise is resolved. So it should not resolve until that button is clicked.
It should not resolve until the button is clicked. Uh, can I create the promise after the button is clicked?
No, you have to create as soon
First,
as your file loads.
Okay, I got it. Let me just create a button first with some ID, my button.
Put the script tag below, otherwise you will have problem.
Yeah, and button is here. Okay, button. I have to attach a function. Let's do that later. I have to create a promise. First, I have to create the promise. My promise. Promise. Result and result. Okay. It won't be resolved until that button is clicked. Okay. If I don't resolve or reject it, it will be always in pending state, right?
Yes, yes.
And if I attach a document listener to that ID, add event listener, click. Why? What is happening here? I made something. It takes a function, right? What is that? Okay, I missed the syntax. And then resolve this promise. What should I do by after resolving the promise?
Just
Let's console.
console log, like
Okay,
just
console.log resolve this promise.
you don't have to use like this. You can try like, but our my promise should be resolved. So you got it. So
My
my
promise should be resolved.
yes,
I
this
have
promise
typed
dot resolve. This promise
and
dot
I
resolve will create a new
promise
promise,
which will be resolved.
which will be resolved.
Yes.
It does not resolve existing. You can try.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let me just save it. My button is there, right? I have written it right. Yeah. Okay. Let me just click it. It's pending, but it isn't.
You can expand it. You can expand and check. Sometimes,
Okay.
uh,
It
say
is in
which
pending state.
from where it is coming. Kind of
16. It is coming from 16 and it is pending. No, no. That should be resolved, right?
that should be resolved because you have
Yeah.
resolved it with a pending promise. You have resolved a promise with another promise.
Yes.
Hmm.
Let me just reload once, I guess. Let me remove this. No, this is not resolving. I think this should be resolved, but yeah, this is not resolving. Uh, so I have two questions now. Resolve this promise and find out why this is not resolving. Uh,
You can just pass a string. You can check like in the console log. You can pass just in the string whatever you have selected. My promise,
okay,
like on line number 16. Just put that my promise in a string.
okay.
Only my promise. Like no, just do control that.
Just do Control Z.
Yeah, put that selected thing in strings,
Okay, this
single
one.
quotes. Yeah, now you can check.
Okay.
So you can click.
Just yeah. This is resolving a
Yeah,
value. This is fulfilled, but a
yeah.
promise also resolved like that, right? Which is in a pending state. This should
No,
be in a
this code, this event listener code does not have to do anything with my promise
yes,
because promise.resolve creates a new promise which will be
yes,
resolved with the value which you pass inside the resolve function.
yes. So I have to. So this is basically solved, but I have to find out how to resolve this promise. this promise. Let's first console this promise. What is the state of this promise? This would be in pending state. Yeah. After button click, this should be resolved. I somehow wanted to set a trigger to resolve this promise.
Yes.
And then attached to dot then. Okay.
Actually, that console log should not come on click. Like you should not run that console log inside
Okay.
on click method, on click callback function.
Okay.
The console should come from where you resolve, like you add dot then. So whenever
Yeah.
the promise will be resolved, dot then automatically will be called.
Yes. It would eventually call a function that will resolve this promise. Can I pass any function, any promise, and then resolve from there only? But hmm. Let me think for one more minute.
You can like if you want, if
Yes.
you want, you can ask for hint.
Just one more minute.
Okay.
Promise. I can call a function and have it my promise. That's the one more. Okay, just give me the hint now.
The hint is another question.
Okay.
If you answer that question, you will get closer. The
Okay.
question is how a promise is resolved.
How a promise is resolved.
Whenever we
Uh,
create a promise,
yeah,
how
we
do we resolve it? Yeah.
simply call the first parameter of the handler function
Yes.
resolve with some
Yeah.
value.
Yeah.
My value.
Exactly.
Okay. So this will be resolved as soon as it is created, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, it will be resolved as soon as it is created.
Okay. What about if we put that here and here and then sorry, the console should be inside.
Console.log you need to write.
Oh, sorry. My promise dot then, and it is resolved after the button is clicked. This was so simple, I guess. It is correct, I guess.
Yeah. It is correct. You can check now.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Now add catch also.
Okay.
Like dot catch on this.
Okay.
And console this error also.
Okay.
And create one new button, like change the name of this existing button to resolve and create one new button and change its name to reject.
Sorry.
So there will be two buttons.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Yes, now you know the rest, what you need to do.
Yes. Uh, I guess this is Good.
Yes.
Should I run it?
Yeah, you can run it. So this time reject the promise.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I want you to create promise,
Mm-hmm.
and I also want you to have the functionality to resolve and reject.
Okay.
But let me think if it is possible. Yeah, I think it is possible. I also don't know if it is possible.
Okay.
I think it is possible. So first, create a promise without using new promise. How will you create?
Create a promise without any new async function.
Without, yeah, yes, correct. So you can comment out this code.
Yeah, I have to check it later. Interesting.
Hmm.
I have to create. Sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so the question is you have to create a promise without using new promise thing.
Oh, okay. Async my function and sorry function. Okay, and this will return a value. And if I try to consume it, like sorry, result with my function, this will return the promise inside the res.
Yes.
Should I console it?
Yeah, you should console it.
Okay.
So just can you, okay, it's okay. So right now it is a promise with resolved. So
Uh, yeah.
so can you make it pending if we use it?
Can I make it pending?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I make it pending?
Mm, I'm also thinking because
Yes.
I also don't know how we can make it.
Okay.
Hmm.
What about if we
Mm,
don't return anything? No. Like it's the null and final. I have to make it pending. The async operation is returning some value, a promise object, but it is resolved with this value. I have to make it pending.
So first make it reject. First, like how will you reject it? Let's forget about pending.
How should I reject? How will I reject it?
Yes.
I can always throw an error.
Yeah, you can throw error.
Throw new error, and this will be rejected. Yes, but error is the rejection page. How should I make it pending?
Yes. So usually it will be pending if we
Mhm.
use await keyword. And await keyword we can only use if we have a promise.
Yes.
You got it? So comment out the code which you have written above, like uncomment. I mean, whichever my promise we have created above, just
Okay.
uncomment that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I gave you an idea how we can make it pending.
Yes.
You can use that. You can use that. Like use my promise.
Okay. Yes. I think this is the promise object. This will await for that to be resolved or rejected. That means
and resolve it with your name.
and
Like
my
resolve
name.
it with your name. First, make it pending. It should be pending for some time,
Okay.
but you will resolve it not with the value of this promise, but
Okay.
with a string, which is your name.
Okay. This should contain the result. It will suspend the execution letter until and unless this promise is resolved, and I have to resolve. This will contain the resolve promise, but I have to resolve it with my name.
Yeah,
This would do.
yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
We can check now. This is new for me also.
Okay. Okay. Uh, it is in pending
Yeah,
state.
yeah, it is pending. So it will be pending until we click. So
Yes.
if you click on resolve, I think we have, yeah, you can do resolve, but we have not put any console log on resolving. Like this res is a
Yes.
promise.
Rest is
So
a so I have to no
uh,
no no. I have to wrap inside another function and then call that await function, and then rest will be consoled.
you can use dot then here. Like
Okay. Because of why? Because of the reason it is a promise, right?
yeah, exactly. Because res
Okay.
is a promise, you can use then. You can use await. So don't use then. Stop
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I want you to use await, but don't create any function.
Okay.
Yeah,
Want
you
me to
have to
use?
use await here itself. Just await, await res. Uh,
No, no, not here. Here.
you can use both places. It doesn't matter. It will be
Okay.
so.
Is there any
Refresh.
question, or should I check it on console?
You can check what will happen now.
Okay. Syntax error is there.
Actually, I think if you have put in console log, maybe because of that, you can use
Okay.
await in front of that function. You
Okay.
remove and yes,
We cannot use await outside the async function, right?
we can use.
Okay. That's new for me.
Yes, if you read that error which is coming.
Okay. Await is only valid in async and the top level modules. Yeah, it is coming error because we have used the await
Yeah,
outside the async function, right?
yes.
Okay.
But I'm telling that we can use. We if we make some changes in our code, we can use on top of.
And the top level bodies of modules.
Yes.
Uh, I don't know the meaning of that.
So that second part is telling
Yes.
how you can use outside that await keyword.
Okay.
Let's try. Let's see what you can do. You can Google also if you want.
Okay.
Like,
I should Google whole thing.
I think it may
Oh,
give the answer directly.
it is only valid in async function. No, 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 no. Fit,
Everyone is asking to create async function, right?
yes, yes. Everyone is asking. Uh,
You know modules in JavaScript.
modules.
ES6 modules. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, modules we can like export and import, which contains some kind like
Yes.
bunch of code,
Yeah.
right?
So how do you make a file module?
How do we make a file module?
By default, it is not module.
Yeah, I can use strict or of the at the top.
No,
No,
it won't make it module.
it will activate the strict mode only.
Hmm.
How can I make it module?
So if you make it module, that code
Yes.
will work.
Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, I have to import it like a module in the
How will
index
you
file.
how will you import it? Like module.
Type, by defining the type is equals to module here? No?
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, it's not giving any error. Nice.
Because it is correct.
Module
No.
type. Okay.
Remove this code, this text which you have written. Yeah.
Okay.
Now resolve it, and it will work. See.
Yes. The module.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that we are discussing module, let me see if we can make any other questions with promise here.
Okay.
Come to JavaScript file.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have made a promise which can be pending, which can be resolved, which can be rejected with async function.
Yes.
But we need to have a promise so that we can await and make it pending.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So the question is, if we are using this await keyword, then the execution of that function is stopped, right? It will not continue.
Yes. It is suspended.
So if that execution is stopped, will it not block the main thread of JavaScript?
If the execution is stopped, will it not block the main thread of the JavaScript? No, because it is pushed in the callback and the main thread is empty or free to execute another functions from
Okay.
the call stack.
So let's say if this my func has 10
Yeah.
lines, okay,
Okay.
and on line number 5 we are
Okay.
using await.
Okay.
So first 4 lines of the first 4 lines of the function will be executed. Then
Yes.
await keyword will come
Yes.
and execution will be stopped,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Then you said that that function will go to the callback queue or somewhere
Yes.
else.
Yes.
And when promise is resolved, then how will it come back again?
How will it come back again? Through the event loop, which keeps on checking the call stack.
Yeah. So if that function comes again, so will it start executing from line number 1 or from line number 5?
Okay. It will start executing from line number 5. My
Okay.
answer is line number 5.
Okay. Your answer is, or you're sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Yeah, it will execute
Yes.
from where it left.
Yes.
So this
Actually,
is
I read that suspension thing after rejecting got rejection in the last interview.
okay. That's good. In interviews, you will get to learn a lot of things.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
These kind of problems are always asked in interview with the promise, because normal in day-to-day life or in working in some company, you don't get to write promise
Yes.
from scratch for these things.
Yes. Yeah. But if you understand these things, you will catch any problem very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the thing with async functions.
Yeah.
They stop the execution wherever they encounter await keyword,
Yes.
and whenever that promise is fulfilled, that function will start executing from that line where it left.
Yes.
And again, if there is another await keyword, it will do the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now, this was not machine coding round. We can say this is output based round, but I did not send you any code snippets. Now let's do some output based with module. Okay.
Okay.
So I want you to create one more JavaScript file.
Okay.
Write some code in that file, console log something or something. Yes, and
Some only one message.
yes, and one line.
Okay.
Now import this file in your JavaScript file. in your main file. No.
Okay. No, in the main file, in
In
the
the
this.
JavaScript file.
Okay.
Yes. You need to import it here. What I would ask you to do is make a copy of this file and delete all the code from this file, so that just for backup, make a
Okay.
copy of script.js file so that it is available for your backup. I want this file to be cleaned. So just
Okay.
make a copy. Just do Control C and Control V in the file expand, like Command C and V. You like expand that file manager
Okay.
files.
Okay.
Just select the script.js file, Command
Yes.
C and Command V. Command C, no, not there. In the file explorer. Yeah. Command C and Command V.
Command C and Command V. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Make a copy. Okay.
Yeah. Now come back. Leave this copy file. This is for your backup. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Close this and clean this script.js file.
Okay.
Now write one. First import that script1 file.
Okay.
So
I have to.
what, like you we have written only console log, but we have not exported anything from here. So
Yes.
you need to export some variable, create some variable and export it.
Yes.
So like on line number 2, you can create one variable and export it.
Okay. Sorry. Some variable, and this is Avinash, and I will export variable. Sorry. Variable in the curly bracket.
Yes. Now
I
import
have
it here.
to import. What was that?
Variable.
Variable. Okay. From script1,
Yes. Now,
and can console it here.
yeah, you can console it here.
Yeah.
One more question.
Mhm.
Like before this import line,
Yes.
on like write one more console log.
Okay.
Just starting, just write start in string.
Okay.
Now I want you to guess the output, order of output. What
You
will
want?
come first and what will come later. And remember, there is one console log in script1 file also.
Yes.
So you need to take this into consideration also. So there will be 3 console logs. What will be out order?
Okay, that's a tricky one. Uh, we used to keep the import statements always on the top,
Yes.
because we want to make things clear. Like JavaScript should import all the files before executing, or nevertheless JavaScript would do that. Okay, I'm guessing here. Import statement will be executed first, and then our console.
Okay.
Uh, this is executed first, so this console Avinash, sorry, my name is Avinash, would come first.
Okay.
This console log would be second, and this would be third.
You can check.
Okay.
Maybe some. You can check what is the error.
Uh, Localhost is not. This index file is not there.
Script.js you need to write. If you have written only script, you need to add that extension in script. It's in the main file.
Okay.
Script
Okay. Sorry.
add JS. It does not work in vanilla JavaScript. In React,
Okay.
it will work.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it came.
Yeah. I reloaded it by accident. My name is Avinash. Start, and then Avinash. I guessed it totally correct. No.
Yes. Yeah, correct. You guessed it correct.
Uh, we tend to, or we used to keep the import statement at the top. I guess so, because nevertheless JavaScript would do that.
Yeah. So can you explain me like the import statement we have written on line number 2? but
Yes.
how it is executing that line number before the start also.
Okay. So there are two phases. First, JavaScript would assign the memory, do some all assigning memory part, and then the execution part.
Yes,
So in the first phase, it tends to collect all those things, keep those variable hosted, and
yes,
I already said, I am guessing the import statement would be like first encountered or executed by the JavaScript.
yes, that is correct.
Okay.
That is good. Now I have one more question. If we create a variable, let's say var something in this file,
Okay.
var anything using var, yeah,
Okay.
assign it some number.
Okay.
So in which scope I want, like the question is, this var is going to which scope?
This var is going to which scope?
Global, local, block, which scope?
This would be in the global scope.
Okay. Global scope means we can access it through the console also, right?
Yes.
You can try. No,
Cons-
means we can go to the console, browser's
Okay.
console.
Okay. Okay.
You can try that anything variable.
Okay. As
Why
soon as
your this takes so much time to reload?
I don't think it should take time, but
I think if you open it in incognito, okay, slow 3G, you have
okay. Okay.
throttled.
Sorry.
uh,
So that's why you.
Refresh now. Refresh it. Yeah,
Yeah, it
this is
is
how it
taking.
should be.
Okay. What was the variable?
No, you just type the name. You don't need to add console log.
No, anything is not defined.
So if it is global, it should come here, right?
It should come here. Uh,
Why it is not
where
happening?
is the functional scope? But there is no function, so it should be global.
Okay. So if it is global, we can access from anywhere, like other files also. Like
And it's if it is global, then yeah, we can access this from anywhere.
so, you should be able to access from script one also. You can try console log anything.
Okay. Anything. It is not global. I we have seen here, right?
Yeah.
It is not.
So this is not a global. What is happening here? Why it is not a global?
Oh, this where is the var? Yeah, here. Var is generally the functional scope thing, but there is no function here, right?
And there is no function here.
So it will be popped from the call stack or erased from the memory as soon as it is created because
No, like if we create a global variable,
yes,
it stays always, right? Or we can
yes,
access it from the
yes,
console anytime.
yes. I don't know the answer of this.
Okay. So remove the import statement here
Okay,
and go to index dot save this file.
okay,
Uh, remove type module.
okay,
And again, there is one variable we are accessing. You need to comment that line variable. Yeah.
okay.
Now you can check. You can check in the console. Like you can type in the console anything.
Yeah, yeah. Here it is present
Now it is global scope.
because module enables the strict mode and we cannot move
No,
this.
you can use a strict mode. You just try to use a strict mode here. Just
Okay,
on the top, just add use strict.
this is how
Yeah,
used to.
that is true. So still you can. use anything?
Yes, but in module we cannot.
First let's test that strict mode is working or not, right? If you're not
Okay.
sure, remove the var and it will give error. Anything
Yes.
not different, yeah.
Yes.
If strict mode is not there, it will not give error. Yeah. So
I am guessing this answer. Please correct me if I am wrong. We tell the browser, the index file, that we're importing a module here.
yeah,
So,
so just do Control Z so that type module comes again,
okay.
and do Control Z here also so that whatever was in script.js file, so that
Okay.
whatever earlier code was there, it will come.
Okay.
Yes. Now,
So this belongs to a module, not the normal JavaScript file, which would be imported, and all the variables that are not within any function would go to the global scope.
yeah, so then which scope it will go to? It will not go to global scope.
This will go to this file scope, script.js file, the module scope.
Yes, module scope. There is something called module scope.
Okay.
Just,
I didn't know
just
about it.
yeah. So just put
I
a debugger just before, like just after line number 6. Just
okay.
after debugger, come to the sources tab,
Anything is
refresh. Okay, something is no. First fix that error and then come.
okay. Let's just anything is not defined.
Yeah, because create a because in script.js we are using this variable anything.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Remove this line and put it there just before debugger.
Okay.
Yes. Now save it and come. So in the scopes tab, you can see there is one module scope.
Yeah. Yes. I can see. Yes.
There is one global scope.
Yeah.
The biggest scope is global scope.
Yes.
And then there is one script scope, which is technically global scope. Okay, so
Yes.
script and global are like they are kind of similar things.
Yes.
And then after global, there is module scope. Module scope is bigger than a function scope.
And smaller than the global.
Yeah, and smaller than the global scope.
Okay. I didn't know about the module. I'll definitely check it.
Yeah, so I have one like video. I've explained all these things already in my videos.
Yeah. Yeah. I have seen some of the videos. I will check it out.
Yeah, check these videos. There is very good things I've talked about.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now let's come back to VS Code.
Okay.
Now, now this is enough for this kind of output-based question. We can say these are. Now I want you to. Now this is a machine coding round.
Okay.
So what you have to do is whenever user clicks on the screen, you need to create a circle with a random radius.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
And you can put a max limit so that it does not go out of the screen,
Okay.
like max limit of maybe 100 to 100 pixel. Okay, so
Okay.
it should give between 1 to 100 or 10 to 100. Let's say 10 to 100 pixel, or we'll see like how much we can give. We can always customize that. So there
Okay.
should be a range. So whenever user clicks, it will generate one circle.
Okay.
It will have only border. It will not be filled.
Okay.
And if user clicks again, it will generate another circle.
Okay.
And if user clicks again, then both circles will be deleted and new circle. Like at a time, only two circles will be there. Like
Okay. Okay.
maximum two circles can be there at one time.
Okay.
And when two circles are there, we need to check if those two circles are intersecting each other or not.
Okay.
This you need to do. You have 30 to 40 minutes of time.
Okay. Just let me clarify that last part. Whenever the user clicks the third time,
Yeah.
and if two circles are there, they both will be gone, and another circle will come.
Yes, exactly.
And what about the intersecting part?
So first we will click, one circle will come.
Yes.
Again we will click somewhere else, right?
Okay.
Then another circle will come.
Okay.
Now that circle can be smaller, like
Okay.
very small, and away from the first circle. So
Yeah.
it will not touch the other circle, right? The first circle. But that
Yes.
circle, because we are generating random with random radius, that
Yes.
circle can be big enough to intersect that circle,
Yes.
right? So the
Yes.
question is, you need to find out if that is intersecting or not.
Okay. And if it is intersecting, that normally what I should console it.
Yeah, you can console like intersecting, and if you want, you can also mention that how many pixels it is overlapping. That is
Okay.
optional part. If you just saw it is intersecting, that is more than enough.
Okay. How many pixels? And I have to
So
create with the random radius.
you have like 45 minutes for this. This is
Oh,
difficult one. So,
yeah.
and if you are close, you can take even more time.
Okay. Okay. Just one last question. Uh, I'm clicking anywhere in screen. The circle would appear anywhere in the screen, not where the cursor is, right?
No, it will appear like the center will be the clicking point.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is you need to
Okay.
do.
But it will be
Where
of the random radius.
yeah, radius will be random, but the position will be the position where it was clicked.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
You can clean all the files so that it will be easy for you.
yeah.
Put in the copy file. If you want that code, you can put it elsewhere.
Okay. Uh, Script Georges is included. I have to. Okay. I have to attach a document. Not add event listener to a click element. I have to create an element. Make the border receives 50%. Have to create a circle. Okay. I'm thinking about an approach of creating the circle. Uh, just help me with that.
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
I will be creating a div with
yes,
some random width and then giving the border radius 50% to it.
yes.
That would be good.
Yeah, that will be good.
Okay.
Like what say it again? 50%
Uh,
what?
50% border radius.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good.
Okay. 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 So first,
You can use CSS. Like you
okay.
can you can write CSS. You don't need to write all the CSS in JavaScript.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can create one class and add that class. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it. Document dot event listener. That would be click. Uh, the event. It would give me the x and y coordinates of the click. Okay. Okay. What is the x is e dot. What was the parameter? Get client bonding react will be give the x and y all the coordinates. Client. Oh, it is there. Client x.
You can check. It's not a problem that you will
Okay.
remember everything. You
Okay.
can
Okay.
go to the you can console log and go there
Okay.
and check. You can
Okay.
Google also, no problem.
Okay.
Hmm. You can ask me also.
I will always console it. X is there, Y is there. I have to create a div element, attach a class to it, and then by CSS I will attach a 50% border that will make a circle. The radius means the half width should be a random number, and the radius should be math.random between 0 and 1. uh, with some limit. I don't know how to fix the min and max value of the random. I generally don't.
Yeah, you cannot fix. You have to write some code to do it.
Okay,
You have to do some calculation. So this function will always give number between 0 to 1.
okay.
Mm.
So the random number would always give me 0 and 1, between 0 and 1, and this will give me I don't know, 0 and 1. Okay, let's come to this part later. I will always assign a particular radius to it, and
Make it 50 pixel or even more.
okay, okay.
Yeah, 50
Otherwise
pixel
it
is
won't
okay.
be visible.
Mm.
Okay. Mm, I should create an element const our circle with document dot create, and then okay, let's first create the element with a div, maybe circle dot add set attribute. Set attribute. No. Set attribute. I am setting any ID. No ID. We can use the ID, or we can use the class list dot add circle. This would be helpful in the CSS. Remove the CSS. This would be what was that, border radius to 50%, and okay, and I simply append this circle into the body, and no, I have to put that at the X and Y coordinate. Okay,
You need to take time
yeah,
into consideration. Right now, like 9:17 time is there. You have
okay,
time up to max time to 10 p.m.
okay. Can I Google these types of things, like
Yeah,
how to
you
create?
can, yes, you can
Okay,
Google those things.
okay. No, this. Position would be fixed, yeah, and if I assign any top to it, with client y plus pixel and client x plus pixel, it would move to that. I guess it would work. What was that?
You can copy. Doesn't
Okay.
matter. You can copy this.
No. But I'm, okay. Dot style. I have the element here. So I simply do the circle dot style, and I have just to write x and y here. I'm creating width and height. Okay. I have to assign the width and height with the style property. Width would be I have to make it 2 times. Okay. Style dot width will be radius. Style dot height would be radius, and I can append a child circle to it. Let's see if it is working. No, it is not working. X is there, Y is there. Okay. What is append child? HTML development, node would append child circle. What I'm doing, I should write this.
If some error is coming, you need to check the error message. What message?
Yes. I'm
How
just
will you do?
fail to execute append child on node, only one element to document allowed. Body.
This is why you should have always read the message.
Yes. Okay, I should give border color, but I should find our circle. This is here. I can give border color to it. Red. I should remove the console. Sorry. Okay. A little bit of progress there, but it is not creating where I am clicking, because I am using position fixed. I am using, yes, client Y and then pixel. Top is that Y and left. I've missed it. Yes. It is not putting it in center because I have to minus 100 from that there as well.
You have subtracted too much.
I have subtracted too much.
Yes.
Okay, and what is the value of Y? Let's just put a decoder here. Okay, I already consoled it. Y is 258 and okay, I got your point. Yes. Okay, first part is done, but whenever the third click happens, I have to check if there are more more than two elements on the screen, more than two circle on the screen.
Yes.
So equal to two circle on the screen, and I will total circles and document with our class circle. If total circles are two, we would simply remove them all. And I have to remove the child. Just how I. One thing I wanted to ask: can I remove all the elements at once, or should I just use the for each loop?
You can, like, it doesn't matter. You can remove any way which is convenient for you.
Okay, no, I am asking: can we remove all the
Okay.
elements once?
I also don't
Okay,
know.
I generally use to remove one.
Yeah, I also use the same thing. So
Okay,
just let's remove one. It is only two, so you can remove one by one. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
You don't need, like, don't even need to use loop.
okay,
You can use it. Doesn't matter. Like,
yeah. And then I should create the third. So two circle will be created, and then this will be removed. Let's say 1, 2, 3. No, these are not getting removed. Total circle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4H we cannot use because query selector all give us a node of list, not array, and we cannot use 4H. We can use 4H.
you are
Okay,
going, like,
sorry, I missed there. Sorry. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, second part is done. The only part is we have to console if the second circle is intersecting with the first one, and the one more part, the random.
let's
Okay,
first check intersection thing.
okay,
You will do it random thing later.
okay. I have to get each and every bounding client from the element, the x, uh, left x, the right x, the top y, the bottom y, and no, I can get the x and then add the 50 to it. Yes. So I have to maintain a array where I will be storing a starting or the coordinates of each and every circle or only a single circle. Okay. Uh, just create a circle coordinates array and we'll push circle coordinates with x and y. Okay. If we push object within it, and then later if we then again come and create it. And if both are intersecting, I just have to console it. After appending the child, we can uh, log if intersecting circle, and there will be a function log if intersecting circle. I have the x, I have the y. Basically, I have 2x and 2y. And if, okay, if the second circle have the x coordinate anywhere between x plus 50 or x minus 50, it would be intersecting with the x axis. Or if it has the y coordinate y plus 50 or y minus 50, it would be intersecting with the first. And it can be a reverse also. Okay. 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 X and y. I just type first and second const first circle would be circle 0. Okay. And cos second circle would be circle coordinates 1. I would be making some lot of variable x uh, as x1. Okay, I cannot do that. Okay, here. Okay, I can do that. These things. First circle dot x2 would be second circle dot x, y1 would be first circle dot y, y2 would be second circle dot y. Okay, I just to check the intersection. Okay, x1, if x1 is lesser, it means its x coordinate is left side of the second circle.
Can you explain me what you are trying to find out so that I can?
Okay, what trying to do is, since I have the fixed radius of 100 pixel, I am storing the x and y coordinate of both the circles,
Yeah.
and I would be like checking if x1 is in the preference of x2, then our x coordinate is intersecting. Like if x1 minus x1 plus the radius is in between x2's range, then it will be intersecting with x coordinate, and same goes for the y coordinate.
No, like how will you check that? How will you check both coordinates differently? Because it is a circle, okay? It is not a square. So
Okay.
like if it was a square, you can check in that way,
Yeah, yeah. I'm also
Mm,
thinking.
right?
Yeah.
So it is circle.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
it would not touch in multiple times.
Yeah. Okay. So how should I find the intersecting? Get me bounding line react would give me rectangle would give me x and y also. Uh, okay. Can I Google this thing?
Yeah, yeah.
How
You
can I
can
find
go.
intersecting point?
You can Google.
Okay, there's lots of maths. Did you want the
Actually,
straight line?
yeah.
Yes.
Actually, we don't need the
These.
intersection point. We just need if it is intersecting or not.
Okay. We just need if it is intersecting or not. We don't need the intersection point.
So
Or
those
the
math is for getting
yeah.
those intersection coordinates where it is intersecting.
Yes. Yes.
It is the exact question on Geeks for Geeks.
Okay.
Don't check that.
Okay. Stack Overflow would be good. I can
Yeah,
check there.
yeah, you can check.
Okay. Math dot hypotenuse.
That is,
Okay. I didn't know the method hypotenuse or hypot. I don't know what is.
yeah, you're like very close to the answer.
Yeah, I can simply pass our all the coordinates x0, y0 and the radius, and we can simply copy this function from here.
Yeah, but you need to explain how it will work.
Okay.
How does it
Okay.
work? What it
Let's
is trying to find out.
check what is this. Uh, Static method returns the square root of the sum of a square of its arguments. Okay. And if this distance and this distance is less than the sum of the radius, then it is intersecting. Okay. These two circles are there, and if the distance between the x coordinate is this, the distance between the y coordinate is this, and the hypotenuse is this.
Draw it in such a way that both intersect. Let's see if.
Okay. I cannot. Okay.
Yeah.
And if the sum of the radius, what was that saying? If the sum of the radius is greater than or equal to,
Less than.
uh, means the sum of the radius is greater
Like,
than the hypotenuse,
yeah,
right?
yeah. That we can say that.
Okay, the distance between the x coordinate and the y coordinate, and the difference between the x coordinate is this. The difference between the y coordinate is 0. Okay, then one case is here only when both are on the same y coordinate. We can see that if the sum of the radius is greater than the x, then it's is not intersecting. Okay, is less than it is intersecting. Yeah, one case I have like I can prove here, and if the second case is the same y coordinate, then we can prove. And it is simple. No, um, let me reframe it. How should I tell you? Like by drawing some virtual lines here.
Yeah, you can draw. Like you can just move your mouse. I will think that you are drawing a line. Or if
Okay.
you have something to draw, you can draw some tool.
No, I don't
Eh,
have any here.
Okay, it's okay. I think in Microsoft Teams, does it, yeah, whiteboard? I don't know if you can
Uh,
just draw, it doesn't matter. Okay,
okay.
just
Suppose we have two circles here, right, with some radius. Actually, we have the same radius, but suppose we have the different radius of the two circles here.
hmm.
Uh, we can clearly see these are the same level at the y coordinates, right?
It can be like right now, it is not
Right.
on the same
We are
line.
discussing the first case, basic case,
Hmm.
where both the circle will be on the same y coordinate.
Same x coordinate, right? Like on the same line, you mean to say same horizontal line, right?
Yeah, same horizontal line. Yes.
So that is x coordinate on same x line. Like
The center is the different on the different x coordinate, but the y coordinate is the same for the center, right?
no, y coordinate is also okay. Y,
Why is
both
this
are like both are diff, like y coordinate means height, vertical thing.
vertical?
So
Vertical.
yeah, so let's say like right now the second circle looks below little bit, but
Yeah, yeah.
you are saying let's assume that it is
Assume that they both are on the same horizontal line. That means same
same. Yeah,
vertical.
y is same. You are right.
Yeah. And then
Hmm.
if we add the difference, what here it is doing? It is taking the difference of both the x coordinate and then squaring and then hypotenuse. That is rooting. Means taking the difference, the distance between these two centers of the x coordinate, right?
No,
So
it is not doing that. It is doing something else.
it is
Like
square root of the
we
sum of
are,
the star of the increment. Okay.
so it is taking only two arguments, not four arguments. Right.
Yes. Uh, in our case, y0 and y1 will be same, right? So the difference would be 0, right?
Yeah, we can say.
And x0 and x1 would be different because one is at the left and one is at the right.
Yeah,
And if we take the difference, we will find this distance, right? This distance between the centers.
yeah,
And if we square it and then square root it, that would be the same, right? That would be the absolute difference, the positive one.
yes,
And if we can clearly see, if we sum the radius here, this radius and this radius, that would be lesser because there is some space available there, right?
mm,
So obviously, if the radius is lesser, than the distance between the x coordinate, this would not be intersecting, as we can see here. And same goes for the second part where both will be aligned vertically, right?
Yeah, but it will not always be either vertically or horizontally aligned.
Yes,
It can
yes,
be anywhere.
yes. Suppose we have
Yeah.
like this,
Hmm.
right? So when we use this thing x0 minus x1 and y0 minus y1, this would give us y0 minus y1 would give us this distance between the y coordinates of the centers of those circles, and
Yes.
the difference between the x coordinates would give us this distance, this one.
Yes.
And when we calculate the right angle triangle, right? When we
Yes.
calculate the hypotenuse, this would be this distance, right?
Yes.
And then again, we came back to that same problem: the sum of the radius and the distance between the centers.
Yes. Exactly. So basically, this
Yes,
thing math dot hypotenuse,
yes,
and we are doing x0 minus x1 and y0 minus y1.
yes.
It is calculating the distance between two coordinates,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
x1 comma y comma. Hmm.
Yeah, we have read in the maths
Yeah,
class.
distance formula,
Yeah, yeah.
somehow similar to this.
Yes, yes.
x1 minus
Ex-
x2,
yeah, yeah.
y1 minus y2.
Yes,
So you told it right. Like, this is the first thing is first half of the right angle triangle. Second one
yes,
is like one is height, one is base, and
yes,
this hypotenuse will calculate the hypotenuse, which will be the
yes.
actual distance between both of
Sec-
the coordinates.
yes,
And if the distance is less than
yes,
the sum of radius,
yes.
which means it is intersecting. If
Yeah, yeah.
distance is less,
I can
if
visualize
distant,
that.
yeah. So yeah, now the time is almost over. You can try to implement it.
Yeah,
You can try to implement so that if it intersects, it will tell that it is intersecting.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Currently, we are giving 50. No, 50.
You can hard code.
Uh, I'm just making it prepare for the random thing if I can do that too. Uh, okay. And if circle intersect, if this intersect true, this will return true. Uh, and console.result intersecting is result. This first console intersecting is true. Okay. Why is it not giving me false?
Let me
Okay.
check.
Okay. Return minus hypotenuse. This will return false. This will return false. x2 y2 x1 y1 x2 x1 y1 x2 y2 r1 is 50. This is 50. Uh, let's debug it. Okay. What's happening? Okay. Uh, while we are removing the child, we should also empty this.
Yes,
Yeah.
the length was increasing to
Yeah.
the n number of circles you're creating.
Yeah. Yeah. So we should just shift it 2 times because we have only 2 elements. I just have to move it. intersecting is false, and if I just click it here, intersecting is true. I have 10 more minutes, right?
Yeah, you can try that random thing.
Okay, I can Google it. How to get a random number between an integer ranges. Random into max. What is this? Let's read it. Oh,
You
there's a
can
new.
copy and use it.
Okay. Max and min, and we are just generating a random math.random. Const radius would be math.random, and y would be minus radius by 2, and max and min are sorry, 200. Okay, let's just see. Suppose we have 29.20.4, it will give us 23 always. Okay, so if we give it this will always give between these two numbers. Okay, 200 and 100.
50, make it 50.
Make it 50. Okay,
Yeah.
and this would be 50. Okay, so this would be our radius, which is radius is there. What is going here? Radius is there. We can store. We should also store the radius. We should also store the radius 2. And if we are doing anything, circle dot push. No. Okay. We just have to find the R1 first circle. What the variable was? Radius. Yes. And we just write it R2 and second circle dot radius, and we should provide is R1, R2. I should run it. No, I have some time left. Let's try run it first. Radius x and y. We are pushing it. We have radius. Have the number. Number will be 0 to 1. Suppose we have 0.5. Okay, how this is working? I will make it. After that, radius by 2 is there. Y is there. Width and height are the radius, and we are doing a border. Yeah, it should work. So it is not drawing anything. It is not drawing, or this is the circle 2 by 2. Okay, but we have seen here like 2 by 2. Okay, let's just console this. Radius is 74. Okay, can I
Floor
use Java?
that also so that it does not come in points. Math.floor or math.
Yeah, this
Yeah. That's
would
okay.
work. This would work. This is 135. Why I'm not? Okay, this would be in points. So math dot floor.
No, what
This,
will be in points? Okay, if we divide by 2, right?
yes, I guess so. This would be in decimal.
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You can floor only that part where you are dividing by 2, and then subtract.
Okay, I got it.
Or don't do it. Don't do it. Let it will work. Don't do it.
Okay,
Otherwise, so that we will be accurate.
okay, yes.
It is not coming
This,
because of some other reason.
okay, this is not coming because of some other reason. It is coming, but it is coming.
Like a dot. Where is
Yes.
height and width? Height and width is
Radius. It is radius.
okay, but height and width is, if you check in the styles, go back in the DOM.
Yeah, this is not the pixel. I'm
Yeah,
not attaching any pixel.
yes.
Okay, this is a so much fun project. Yeah, it is coming.
Yeah, now we try remove other console logs and let's test it extensively so
Okay.
that yeah, leave only the final console log.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
see, it came true.
it came
Logic,
true because we
logic.
have. Okay, we have floor this. That's why.
No,
No, no,
not.
we are using the radius itself, right? And why it is width is there, height is there, radius plus pixel is there. Top is there, width is there, height is 79. Should I debug it? No, I cannot. Uh, what is my radius? 79, 186. Okay, there is something. If circular length is true, I will return res. Intersecting is true. You can see. Can you see any?
I think I also exactly don't know if that is the problem, but
Yes.
I think come below.
Some
So
people.
come below. So right now we are generating the radius. Yes, I think that is the problem. We are generating one random radius,
Yes.
and we like when setting height and width, it
Yes.
should not be only radius into 2. It should be radius into 2,
Okay. Yes.
right?
But we
Because
are assigning half.
yeah,
Okay.
there
Half to
we
the.
are subtract. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we should keep radius. We should not divide by 2. Here
Okay.
we should multiply by 2. We can try that.
Okay. I don't think so, but yeah, let's try.
Check. Okay, this is true. This is false. This is false. False. False.
Okay.
False.
So,
True.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
working.
it is working. So
Uh,
there, because of some coordinate problem, because we
yes.
are subtracting from the coordinate x and y coordinate,
Yes.
so we should be exactly like if we miss it, it will subtract less. Okay.
Yes.
So if we uh,
Divide and then subtract it, then
uh,
it would be
uh,
miss some floating point number.
not floating, like half of that, it will not do the proper calculation.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like uh, that is the problem. We can test it more. Like let's. Uh, I noticed it in the first like
Okay.
starting. Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Mm.
Whether we are subtracting the coordinates, number from the coordinates,
Yeah.
that's where the problem is,
Yeah.
right?
We are subtracting the number from the coordinate. That's
Yes.
why this problem is found. And yes, now the last thing. Let's see and test. Yeah,
Okay.
that is done. Let's test one more time. It is very good play. It is very good to test it, right?
Yes. Okay, we have done a small project itself here.
Yeah. Oh, what? Let's say if we put one circle inside, like
Okay.
put it exact, like don't move it. Yeah, it is not intersecting, but it is still saying intersecting.
Yes, because it is under it.
Inside, like we are just checking the distance. We are
Yes,
always assuming that other circle will be away from outside.
yes. I got
So
it.
this case, you need to fix it. I also never thought of this case will come. We can draw it inside, one circle inside.
Okay.
So you can do it later, but whatever the task was given, you have already done, and time is
Okay.
also over.
Yeah,
You can
yes.
stop sharing your screen, and
Yes.
let's come to the final discussion part. So
It was kind of interesting.
yeah, so how many points will you give yourself for this interview?
I solved the last part also. I missed some of the questions initially. So seven would be good. Seven would be
uh,
good.
no, you deserve more points, like
Okay.
8 to 9, maybe 9 I will give you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get 9, you will be definitely selected
Yes.
as 3 years experience, 4 years experience also. If let's
Okay.
say you had 4 years of experience,
Yes.
if I was taking interview, I will select you because your fundamentals are clear, you are able to code, your thought process is clear.
Yeah.
You are also able to use Google effectively.
Yeah. I generally use at my place if I get stuck anywhere.
Yes. So I would say this is the best interview I have taken so far.
Okay.
One
Thank you
one
so
more
much.
interview I took that was also good. That student, like, he also had 1.5 or 2.5 years of experience,
Okay.
but I did not go into this depth
Okay.
for that person. But like, this is very good interview I have taken so far, one of the best,
Thank you. Thank
and
you.
you did really well. Like, I like, it is very good. What you have to say? Just say.
Yeah. No. It was really good. I keep on watching your videos.
Mm.
Yeah, one or two questions were repeated. Yeah, I will honestly say that,
Yeah,
but
like,
not all of
uh,
them. Like only one or two.
yeah,
And I was expecting some more questions from CSS, as I have seen your videos from the interview ones, but
yes.
didn't get that. I have
Yeah,
prepared them well.
yeah, so that's why you were able to answer that why inline, uh, like,
Yes, I guess so.
yeah,
But you always tell student to go and learn more. Why is it
yeah,
happening? So I go on the internet.
mm,
I learn there. Yeah, I forgot the replaceable elements, but
mm,
yeah, I knew the concept from your videos only.
yeah. It it doesn't matter if you know the name, what is
Yes,
it is called. If you know the thing that it is there, something like this, two categories exist. That is more than enough, and it is very good. Like, one thing that you can improve is it is very minor thing. This just naming variables. You can give full
okay,
name.
okay, okay.
You prefer like short names, so
Yes,
it is okay for interview because you have to be fast. You
yes,
have to do the work. Still, it is not bad name. Like, so,
yes,
for example, coordinate, instead of writing whole coordinate, you COOR. That for
yes.
interview it is good, but if you are working, just give full name. It doesn't matter. You can give 1 feet long name. That does not. That is okay if that is describing the thing.
Yes.
Okay. So, like,
I also wanted to ask one question
yeah,
about your journey. If you have 2 or 3 minutes, can you tell
yes.
me a short journey?
Which
If
journey?
from like I have seen your videos, you started learning from yourself only. Like I
Yes.
did some learning into the company or in the college, but you started your journey from yourself, self-taught.
Yes. So I have already made one video, but it is not published yet. It will be going live in like 3-4 days. So
Okay.
like I have watched not watched. I have made one video, but it is just a story. You have you watched that video? Like my story video, how I learned and from farmer to software engineer.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I saw it.
So in that one, I did not talk about web development journey from where I learned, which courses I followed, which YouTube channels I followed, how I
Yes.
learned all the things. But that video I have recorded it. It will come, but still I have learned from all the places where you have learned, like Namaste JavaScript,
Yes.
and at workplace, like while working, we learn not from some people, but through the code. While writing the code, I learned a lot, and Akshay Saini, Colt Steele,
Yes.
and for CSS, Kevin Powell, and like self exploration, just explore in the dev tools how things are working, reading MDN.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Any other
One
question?
one last
Yeah.
question. What are you up to these days? Like, what are you learning these days? You are already like so much into JavaScript, but what are
Okay.
you up to these days?
What do you think? What should I be learning now?
Uh, there are lots of frameworks coming, Next.js, like those.
I already know Next.js,
Okay.
and like I'm working in Next.js. So right now I'm learning Node.js. Like
Okay.
not actively, I'm not able to give too much time. Like
Okay.
I already know Node.js. I can make uh, APIs. I can write Express.js. I can make REST APIs. I have made it, but I don't know backend and Node.js to such an extent as I know front end.
Yes.
So
Yes. Okay.
I will teach backend only if I know to this extent. So that's
Obviously.
why many people are requesting me to make a video on Node.js, and I
Yes.
am not making because if I teach it, it will be like any other course. But
Yes.
I want to teach it in such a way that nobody has taught before. So I
Okay.
want to master it the way I know front end. So,
Okay.
but because of time constraint, I am not able to give time every day consistently. But
Okay.
still, mm, I will learn this year.
Good to know.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question?
No, no, that's enough for now.
Okay. It's really nice interviewing you, Avinash.
Yeah, nice talking to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.